In 2013, God gave me two visions. The first one, I was sitting on the couch. I had a back injury, so I was not doing much at the time. And I was watching TV. All of a sudden, the TV went quiet and everything changed in the house. And all I could hear was whispering, but it was so loud, it felt like my head was going to explode. I can't even describe the feeling. It was like just this hum in my head that was so loud. I thought everything was going to shatter. So I got up off the couch and I walked to the front door. And when I got there, I opened it and I looked out, and there was angels everywhere, on the ground, in the sky, in the heavens, everywhere. And they were all whispering in tongues, looking up to the heavens. And then, in a blink, I was back on the couch and everything was back to normal. The TV was on. I didn't know what it meant at the time, but I soon realized what it was. The next vision I had was in June of 2013, and that was of the first seal being opened. I was in outer space, and I was standing next to a man, and the top half of him was in shadow. I couldn't see who it was. I didn't know anything about him. And he stomped his foot down on the earth, and from where his foot touched out, everything turned black. And then I was back on the couch again, like nothing had ever happened. But I knew I was there. I could feel in every ounce of my being that I was not on that couch during that time, that I was with him and that I was seeing what was going on. And when his foot touched the earth and all the blackness spread out, he said, "I'm here." We don't understand so much about the Bible because we have this predetermined way of looking at it. Through the generations, people have said this is what this means and this is what this means. But if you think about it and you look at history, when do we have scrolls? We have scrolls all the time. Back in the BC time frames, and they all were telling stories. They all were telling biblical prophecy. They all were telling Bible pages, Bible books, messages, anything else that you could have. It was in a scroll. These scrolls, Jesus is opening, and they are passive. They are telling us what is going to happen before God's wrath is poured out. The important thing to remember is that this is the time to come back to God. This is the time to have faith. This is not the time to follow people who teach adultery or lying or cheating or money mongering or any of that stuff. This is the time to understand the truth. And the truth is that God is there for us if we allow him. If we humble ourselves before Jesus and ask for forgiveness, he will give it. God sent himself down to the earth as a person to understand what it is that we are going through, to understand why it is that we sin, to understand why it is that we lie, to understand why it is that we do all these things, because he is only good. There is no lie in him. There is no badness in him. There is no negativity in him. The only way he can understand those things is to step a day in our shoes. And he did. He put himself on earth so that he could understand what it is that we are going through. He sacrificed himself so that we could be forgiven for the terrible things that we do, for the times that we fall into hardships because we're following the devil, because we're following earthly things, because we're following everything except for him, because we live for the earth. He has given himself for us. Accept that gift. Humble yourself before God and repent.